Hi class, let's take a look at example 3. And example 3 has specific instructions. Well, they're asking for the substitution method, and furthermore, they want the solution as a set. So we'll talk about the proper solution once we solve it. Now, the substitution method, remember that, well, we have one equation, solve for a variable, and then plug it into the other one. But here, you already have equation 2 actually solve for. So what I'm just going to do is, in this case, evaluate 2. Y is equal to x plus 2. Into equation number 1. Now, number 1 says 3x minus the values of 3y is equal to 2. And this is supposed to be a parenthesis. So all we have to do is plug in the following value. In this case, we're looking at the y's. So we're looking at the values of 3x minus 3 times your y value is x plus 2, and this is equal to 2. Keep in mind that this value of the y's happens to be the values of x plus 2, and at this point we're going to have to simplify it. So distribute the actual x's, and we're now looking at the following problem. So 3x minus 3x minus 6 is equal to 2, and we run through a minor problem, and this has to be because your x's actually cancel out. So we end up with 0x minus 6 is equal to 2, which really means that negative 6 is equal to 2, which is technically a false statement. Now, a false statement here means that we're dealing with a no solution case. So technically, we would say, well, that's false, automatically no solution. So this is a no solution case. Because it's a no solution case, remember that you're finding where the actual lines cross. In this case, we must have parallel lines. So there's no coordinate point of intersection, and in this case, the actual set, it's going to simply be represented by the empty set. So both of these symbols represent the empty set, which is the mathematical nothing. Let me just say, quotation marks, the empty set. And once again, the empty set refers to the mathematical no value happens to be part of the intersection. So you could have just said one of those two. Now, just so that we get a better idea of what this looked like, let me actually graph them into decimals. So let me just expand the window. And our first equation was 3x minus 3y. So 3x minus 3y is equal to 2. And then y is equal to the values of x plus 2. And let me just expand the window. Actually, that's that's as much as I can actually do, but I can actually zoom out here, and you can actually see that, well, both of these lines are never going to have a coordinate point of an intersection. So when we're solving a system and we're using, like in this example here, the substitution method, once we plug in one equation into the other one, if it's one of these special cases, you're going to see this step actually occurred, and that is where we get a contradiction. In this case, well, obviously negative 6 is not equal to 2. So anytime that you end up with a false statement, automatically you're going to have parallel lines, which means that your lines are not intersecting. Once again, as you can see here, those lines will never actually cross through a coordinate point. So that's actually it for problem 3. A little bit tricky because of the setup. In this case, they still wanted us to solve, and they're not asking us to graph. They're asking for the substitution method. That's actually it.